Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of January 31st. Now Sagittarius, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, Sag, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. Let's see what we have here for you. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me, and welcome to you. All right, so let's go ahead and get all the cards out here, make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into it. All right, I think that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Fool. So powerful card in the tarot. Maybe one of the most powerful cards because it starts off the hero's journey or the Fool's journey through the major arcana. It's the first tarot card. And it says that you're about to embark on something that you can't even imagine right now. The Fool leaps forward without knowing if they're going to land or even really where they're going. It's this idea of like taking, everything that you have with you and going on a trip, going somewhere new, like traveling to new lands, starting a new adventure, starting a new journey. And the important part though is along with that, it's a deep trust and deep faith in the universe's ability to guide you in the right direction. Obviously trusting yourself too to make this move, but really allowing the universe to handle the details as you go into the unknown. And so it's a strong new beginning. Out of all of the new beginnings in the tarot, this is the one. This is the strongest one. And with that, it really only comes forward when you're ready. So the other thing is with the Fool is like connecting with childlike wonder, or like seeing the world as if you were a child again, and letting go, cutting attachments to the past, and really just like jumping in to something here with full force. And so strong card for you. Many of you are getting a lucky new start potentially, or just a new start in general, a new lease on life potentially even. And I do feel like there's been some, how do I describe this, interference in the way that you think, in the way that you talk to yourself. And I get the sense that there's something fresh coming in. And I do feel like that's going to stop. So right away in the middle, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is like a decisive moment in your life, potentially. All right. It's like the perfect moment striking at the perfect time, or the perfect opportunity happening at the perfect time. It is a card of change as well. It's a very positive change, and it can represent big luck in your life. Along with that, it's a big card of destiny as well, as this is the wheel of your destiny here spinning. And so when I get this card, I always like to say, are you going to hop on the train or stay in the station? Because the wheel of your destiny has arrived. The train of your destiny has arrived. But, it's up to you to get on. And that's what the Fool does. The Fool gets on the train. Okay? And so there's a big opportunity here. There's like a decisive moment here happening in your life, and it seems pretty good, okay? It could mean that your finances or the way that you're thinking are improving here at this time, and it's because you've taken a leap with the Fool. Now, in the past, you have the Three of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So we have this 3-3 energy, actually 3-3-3. And interestingly enough, all threes are in the corners of this. We do have a 4 as well, but 3 threes in 3 corners. So that's very interesting to me as a reader. 3 is Trinity. It's other people, being involved, union with others. And, you know, along with that, you have this Three of Cups here, which is potentially your social circle, your friends, the people you communicate with, the people you hang out with. But it's really connecting with joy as well, as you see all of these cups here overflowing with joy, with happiness, with celebration. And some of you may, you know, it may mean that some of you are looking to have some fun here, okay, at this time. Like, you know, it could mean that you haven't been doing the things that you used to do that made you happy, or something along those lines. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like some of you really are needing to connect with inner child and connect with joy here at this moment. You have the Two of Pentacles, which is talking about juggling or fluctuating wealth. By default, it's a positive change in your financial situation here when you get this Two of Pentacles. And it says, you know, that, you know, you may also be weighing options and weighing decisions here. There's a moment here happening for you right now, Sagittarius, and I do feel like, you know, this has the ability to take you into a new path, and I get the sense that this is a big part of your destiny unfolding right now. This feels like a big reading. You have the Three of Wands here as well, which can represent potentially travel on the horizon, or thinking about growing something, growth and expansion, taking something to the next level, moving up, if you will. It's the initial success or the initial victory in the Suit of Wands. So very, very good card. And, you know, this could be around something that you've been weighing here, okay? Some of you may have been thinking like, what can I do to improve my situation? What can I do to grow my situation? And you may have been juggling options, weighing options on how to do this. Just don't allow it to take you away from the joy of life, from the joy of this present moment here. In your current situation, you have the Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Pentacles. So this Five of Pentacles here is something around you talking to yourself negatively around finances, feeling left out, feeling less than, feeling unworthy. And the reason being is it's in this lower row, which is the row of your subconscious. It's the way that you speak to yourself or talk to yourself here. It can also mean dreams, or something that is hidden. It can represent just scarcity in general, but you have this improvement in luck. Okay, you have this improvement in luck here with the Wheel of Fortune, and I get the sense that it's something around you beating yourself up or just being hard on yourself for some reason here, Sagittarius, with this Five of Pentacles, because it's almost like some of you have stepped forward, you've decided to get on the train, metaphorically speaking, and now you're like, whoa, is this gonna work out, right? I feel like some of you are now like questioning your path. Along with this, you have the Seven of Cups here. I always like to say be careful of speculating when you get this Seven of Cups here, especially as you have this card of like, you know, fortunes with the Wheel of Fortune. You know, obviously not financial advice, not telling you to do, not giving you financial advice or telling you what to do. But on a different level, the Seven of Cups can represent your energy being spread too thin or being confused. There are a lot of options, a lot of different choices that you can make here, and a lot of different paths that you can go down at this time. But the thing is, the Fool doesn't really do that, right? The Fool just picks a path, goes for it, and knows that the universe is guiding them in the right direction. And I get the sense that some of you have taken the step, or you're about to, but then now there's this challenge for you around, did I make the right step? Did I take the right step? And that may be what some of you are going through right now. I'll be very interested to see how we clarify this. Now, in the future, you have the Three of Swords, the Strength card, and the Four of Wands. So this Three of Swords can represent heartbreak or just a heartbreaking situation, a challenge in your life. It can obviously represent divorce, separation, breakup, but it doesn't always have to. And in fact, I don't see a ton of love messages. There could be something here with a friend group or a friend or something like that here with the Three of Swords, the Three of Cups. But it could be anything that breaks your heart here that I'll be interested to see what that may be. Now, we do have this Four of Wands, which can represent marriage as well here. And it can represent commitment. It can say, you know, that maybe you're looking at your foundation and trying to build a firm foundation for yourself. And lastly, you have the Strength card, which is really overcoming obstacles and something around willpower here, something around you needing to trust yourself and stand strong in the choice that you've made at this time. Some of you are really going to have to tap into some level of courage here in the future around a decision. So let's go ahead and see what that may be. Let's start to clarify. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe, and feel free to check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. All right. So you have this trader card, exchange energy to create abundance. I do wonder if some of you are looking at investments at this time or thinking about what to do with them or something like that. Maybe, yeah. Some of you may cash in on an investment or something along those lines. You have Stargazer, set your sights higher. And then you have Mother, feel loved and comforted. I feel like some of you need to recognize that whatever choice you've made here, it's almost like no regret. I feel like telling you no regret, Sagittarius. Look, be brave and honest, okay? There's a brave decision that you're making here with the Strength card in the Wheel of Fortune and this idea of you leaping forward. And I get the sense that some of you need to, yeah, no regrets, I think is the important message. That's what I've been trying to say this whole time, because your destiny's here. Your destiny's arrived. So let's see here. Okay, a bunch of cards that want to come forward. Okay, you have within the next few months, remain positive. And then you also have, it's up to you, listen to your intuition. So, again, this is this idea here of standing your ground, really not, like I feel like some of you cutting out the noise here, recognizing that your path is opening, right? There's a big decision here. There's a big moment that's happening in this present moment. And I get the sense that, you know, ultimately it's the Fool's path through the major arcana. It's not anybody else's. And so some of you may be weighing something. And let's go ahead and see what that may be. Let's just go ahead and get some additional messages here. Let's pull some clarifiers from another tarot deck here. So we have the Nine of Swords, the Devil, and the Page of Wands. Some of you may feel like you've acted in haste in some ways. The thing is, Page of Wands is a very good card. It can represent new opportunities in work, new opportunities in enterprise, just generally like starting a business or starting something. It can say that you are inventive, you have a lot of energy, you're creative, getting started, getting fired up about something. But, you know, when combined with something like the Devil, this can represent you may be acting in haste. Some of you may have felt like you have here in the past. The Devil card is definitely something around gambling, speculation. It can be around power and control issues. It can be around addictive tendencies or something. But it can also say that potentially do not beat yourself up. Okay, do not think negatively, especially as you have this remain positive card here. Whatever choice you've made, is the choice you've made, and it's leading you to this really big start here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. I feel like some of you need to hear that for some reason. You have this Nine of Swords as well, which is like really being trapped in fear, being afraid, being like ruminating, and like this person's in the middle of a nightmare. Not only that, but they think these 9 swords are going to come hit them or go in them, and so it can represent that maybe you're making something out to be a lot worse than it actually is. You have the Ace of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. Trapped in your mind here, okay? With the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, it's like some of you are, I feel anxiety here for some of you on this reading, but it's strange because this is, like on the whole, this is a pretty good message, and there's like a mix of like challenges but also very, very good cards here on this reading, so it's kind of a mixed bag. But I feel like some of you are really like going over something over and over and over and over again, with this Devil card, the Two of Pentacles indicating choices, going back and forth, Eight of Swords being in your mind, the Nine of Wands indicating defensiveness potentially, or being timid, reserved, but also perseverance, telling you that you're like, whatever choice you've made, it's time for you to stick with the choice. And you have this Ace of Swords here as well, which is all about mental clarity, breakthroughs, epiphanies, the clouds clearing in the background, making way for a new beginning, triumph and victory. So it's like there's clarity arriving for you here. So let's go ahead and see what that may be. Let's go ahead and move forward here. So you have the Ten of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Okay, so yeah, there's like a mental burden here showing up with this Ten of Wands. Some of you have been feeling like you've been carrying the weight of the world on your back, and I get the sense that you're going to drop the weight. I feel like some of you are going to just take this Fool energy here and move forward. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles coming in once again, something around scarcity, but it's around trusting in knowing what you've done was the right decision for you, Sagittarius, and recognizing that there will always be more. Okay, there will always be more opportunities here. The Five of Swords can represent like being it can represent a loss or a defeat, but it also says that on the other side of that, you are going to come through you're going to come through stronger than you were before. And especially with the Four of Wands, it's like whatever move you've made, you may have made this move to really help you as you've taken this new step forward. The Six of Pentacles in this case is like financial balance, giving and receiving. So some of you here, there's a situation where there will be more opportunities. Okay, there will be a situation that will balance out here for you in the future, especially as you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. But don't allow yourself to get into this mode of like feeling left out, feeling unworthy, feeling like what you did was wrong. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more using the Kipper. You do have this Seven of Wands here, which is competition, standing your ground here, doing what you know is true to be for you. And let's see what else we get. Let's see what else. Interesting reading, strange reading here, I have to say. Okay, so you have the Pathway, False Person, Sudden Wealth, High Honor, Concern, Main Male. With the Devil and the False Person, that is always for me a sign of like trickery or deception in some ways. But this isn't about someone else deceiving you. This is about you potentially deceiving yourself and not trusting in yourself here. And so if I were to distill this message down, I would say like you've made a choice. You're getting a big opportunity here with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. And it's time to just trust in the path that you've chosen here with Pathway, with High Honor, and even this Sudden Wealth card, which is similar to the Wheel of Fortune, indicating that something suddenly is going to arrive that puts you on your destiny here. So interesting message. Thank you so much for being here. That's what I have for you. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.